Okay, we had a bit of a muck up. I don't know what I was measuring on. Something. Need an extension lead. Somebody's put in my head up a morbid fear now of leaving the extension leads in the bus for whatever reason. Oh, it's been a slow week. I'm back a couple of days since I was last out here. It's been slow. Sorry. Anyway, still doing this. Slow down somewhat this project, and slightly irritating, but I'm sort of not going at the pace I normally would. Anyway, it's not a big deal. So what we've got left to do is really just finish this, and then what we'll do is mirror it down in the next frame. I was sort of had a brainwave at about 3 o'clock in the morning as to a quicker way to do things, and that usually happens. Anyway, let's get on with it. So I'll line it up with the centre line of the windscreen. Not the centre line of the windscreen, but you know what I mean. Oh, you get it somewhat straight. 18. 1877 on the long edge. Good year, as somebody would say. Alright, let's get that cut. Yeah, I said I didn't think I'd go through all of this steel. Yeah, seen in half of it. Oh, sorry, I'm going to break that key off. So, 1877 long edge, saw swings this way. 77. Need an extension lead. Somebody's put in my head up a morbid fear now of leaving the extension leads in the bus for whatever reason. Anyway. Let's get our welder plugged in. Where do you guys want to go? Where I'm not in the way. Oh, there's another bit of chalk. How about here? That looks pretty good. Right. Gloves, mask. Using a level in one of these things is probably not a great idea. You need to take if you're going to use a level, take some references and remember, then you have to remember what side you're on. So it's just better to work with a square because, you know, it is. Righto, so hopefully fit now. It's looking a little better. What we'll do is we'll just get it somewhere in the vicinity here. Yes, I'm welding in shorts again. That's how I work on my tan. We had a bit of a muck up. I don't know what I was measuring on. Something. It was wrong. But anyway, I fixed it, made it right now. So we're going to get on, we'll get the studs in, or studs. Get this one finished, and then we'll lay the other wall straight over the top. We'll cut all the parts to match that, and we'll weld that together, and then we'll go and clamp them both into the bus. And then we'll end up welding the top pieces in. That will finalise the wall position, and then that's pretty much what we're gonna finish up on anyway. So fixing the walls down and welding them into the chassis, that's pretty rudimentary sort of stuff. So anyway, we'll just get on and get this one done, and it's same process as before. And then yeah, all right. All right, I reckon this video has probably gone on long enough. and we'll cut this one off here. This is now effectively the rear area of our mobile home complete. Well, not complete. Well, the framing is there. So what I'm going to get on and do, and I won't film, is I've got to get this frame fixed in. So I've gone through all this effort of making sure that it'll all fit, and it's all been clamped. I've just spotted something I need to have a look at. How unusual. So now there's a bit of work in just sort of squaring things up, getting it all nice and neat, and then welding everything in. And there's a fair bit of work to do that, and I don't know if it's worth filming. We might just jump in and out and do a few little things, but that's pretty much the bulk of it. So something's not looking right there. I think I just have to jack the back of that frame up. That's okay, we can do that. So now it'll be about just getting it all squared up, welded in. We'll glue the bottoms and screw them into the floor. And this bit of the job is going to take a little bit of time. So I may not get a video next week. I might try and get something, or just a bit of an update, which will be a short one. But yeah, we'll get these in. This shouldn't be too bad. So I hope you're learning something. Something I wanted to quickly I was thinking about while I was putting all this together. Sure, having all the right tools makes the job a little faster and a little easier, right? But if you want to pick something up and have a crack at doing this kind of stuff, whether it be welding or turning or whatever, right? The best thing to do, honestly, get on YouTube and have a look. There's so much stuff to look at, and you'll find somebody who knows somebody who could teach you if you were that way inclined. So I'm learning as I go in some respects, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. This is good, although I might look a bit weary. This is a really good step. So master bedroom and kids' bunks and their storage and the bathroom, and I think this is going to be good. There's a bit of framing work to do. We want to get everything done, and also structurally. So if you're building a house, this is what you would class as structural. Get all this set out and lined up, and yeah, get it all sort of pieced together. So this is just sort of going to be me for probably the next week or so, nutting this stuff out, and then once this is done, we'll come back and we'll probably look at we've got to halve this skylight. So there's a bar that's going to get welded across here, and a bar that's going to get welded across here, and that's what ties these two half frames together, and that gives the top of the door frame there. So that's what I'll be getting onto shortly. The floor, I could probably tell you one thing. The first thing I actually regret now is not stripping the entire floor out. I think if I had have done that, I would have got a really nice, neat floor. This floor seems to have a couple of little waves in it, and it's affecting the way the frame's going in. It's just making it a little bit more challenging. But I've left space. I've got gaps, and I can weld things in to tie it all in. Which I'm not overly stressed about right at this second. You can see here it's not touching here, and it's not quite touching there. That's not a big deal, because there'll be a piece that goes across there. We'll weld here, we'll weld down there, we'll weld down on the main frame there. And then what I can do is just put a strip of steel in here and just weld down either side, and that'll pick that up. The important thing is with these corners, whatever you choose to do, whether it's timber or steel, is that the edges where it meets the roof structure of the bus or whatever, that's nice and clean. So when you put your sheets on, and that's why all these welds have been ground, so that when you put your sheets on, it's nice and neat straight up to the ceiling. Because we will probably sheet the ceiling first, and then the wall sheets will butt up against that. And that gives us a very nice, neat finish. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the edging yet. We're still sort of researching a couple of products. But it'll be something. It'll be neat either way. So thanks for watching another one. I've noticed I've been looking at some stuff. Make sure you bang the subscribe button if you're having a look, and yeah, get notified when I chuck on another video. Yeah, we're just going to keep trucking along here and get this knocked out. See ya. I have to apologise. I'm sorry in the previous videos. I had someone message me and say the music just about blew my earphones to pieces. So thanks for giving me that heads up, because I was mucking around with the audio, and it was something I picked up the other day. I was just checking over something and I was like, oh geez, that probably doesn't work too well. So I will endeavour to fix that up moving forwards. So anybody who's watching it on TV or whatever, you know, the speakers don't explode. So, all right, let's get going.